morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy, well, whenever you're watching this, it's Friday for me, so pretty good. How you doing? Welcome to Tim Tim Time. It's still cold in the morning. Thank you for tuning in. We are on day 17 of our fabulous journey through Proverbs. We'll be looking in Proverbs 5, 1 through 6 in the ESV. Yeah, hopefully you're taking some time each day to go ahead and spend time with the Lord. Definitely a good thing to do to get your day going. And maybe hopefully do some stretching, a little bit of exercise, eat a nice hearty breakfast, and be ready for the day for you workers out there. It's always good to have a good, nice meal, at least some protein, or you get like sugar. I know people like to get coffee. There's a thing about that. Tea is a good thing. I don't know about coffee, but if you're a coffee drinker, I can't judge. It's whatever gets you up in the morning. But today, I usually fast till about 8 o'clock. We'll see how that works out. I am kind of hungry. Go make myself a nice eggy bagel breakfast. Anyways, hope you're having a good one. End of the week for me, and hopefully you're having a good week yourself. Nice and blessed. Here we go. Proverbs 5, 1 through 6. My son, be attentive to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding, that you may keep discretion, and your lips may guard knowledge. For the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps follow the path to Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her ways wander, and she does not know it. All right. This is dual. I call it dual. How do you say it? There's two things going on here. It's contrasting two things: the path of life versus the path of death. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Path of life, that's for sure in yellow. So do I do the path of death into? I'm going to say path of Sheol is this one. The path of Sheol. So let's put this in the black and then change here. Go ahead and change the, I don't know. And change the actual, this is where I could go ahead and change this one. Path to Sheol. See, path to Sheol is death. That's two things that are being contrasted here. So this is all yellow, because this is what we've been learning for the past couple weeks about this idea of understanding in the last couple days. Yeah, guard knowledge, incline my ear, be it. See, it's doing the same thing. Things that you should be doing. Be attentive. Wait, it's not doing it. Just be attentive. Be attentive. Incline your ear. I'm going over the verbs. And that you may keep discretion, and your lips may guard knowledge. My son, be attentive to wisdom, incline your ear to understand, to my wisdom, and understand. See, again, this whole idea here. I just want to highlight that. Again, this is the thing that I've been talking about this whole time, is listen to wisdom, incline your ear to understanding, kind of think about things, use logic, be reasonable. Actually, this should be a different color. I usually use the green for the other thing, so I'll just do this. That's one. Okay. That you may keep discretion, and you may guard knowledge. Now it's interesting that they use specifically discretion. Discretion is I'll go ahead and discretion. Behaving in such a way or speaking in such a way to avoid causing offense or relative private information. So using discretion is you just watching what you say, what you do. That you may keep discretion, and your lips may guard knowledge. So from your lips should have knowledge. Okay, so when you say stuff, do things, and everything like that, it would be you use discretion, and it would be through knowledge, through the wisdom that you've been learning, the understanding of your heart that you know that you're following and going in the right direction. Okay, and so this is where the contrast happens, because the the writer here wants to remind those who are reading this or hearing the words that there is the forbidden woman. Okay, I think in other versions it means adulteress. I'll put her in like the purple, whatever. The forbidden woman, drip honey. Now these are drip honey. I want to use a lighter. Drip honey, smoother than oil. Now these are things that are very attractive to people. Honey is attractive. Oil is attractive. And it's talking about her speech here. Her speech is smoother than oil. Okay. The lips. So the thing she says is very temptuous. It's tempting. She tempts you with her words and her speech, and it's sweet like honey. And oil is something you would lather on your body, or something like smooth like oil. Like it's a nice feeling. Okay, these are feelings, and it is interesting that this is contrasted. Even though when you see this woman, maybe she's beautiful, but whatever it is, she has seductive ideas and words that entertain the idea of, and it is sex. Like, it's a physical attraction, physical thing that that is actually carnal desires of having sex with a woman is a temptation, because it feels good. It is you don't want to hide that, conservative Christians. Sex feels good. It does. And it can be used to fulfill desires that you may have. And you may try to deny those desires, but they're there. And people, in this case, a woman, and she's also known an adulterous woman or a prostitute. Those are ways in which this kind of idea is seen in Proverbs. The forbidden one, meaning you're not supposed to touch her. You're not supposed to either. She's not a married. I don't know. She could be a married woman. Adulterous. Another term that's used is when you, like, a married person has committed adultery. That's kind of a thing. So in the description of this woman that is desirable, she says things, does things that are very seductive. And this is the result, is that despite all that, it's like a dark purple. And then I could go ahead and put it in. There we go. Oop. Let me do it again. I'll go dark purple. Purple for the woman. And then let me do the. But in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Wormwood. I looked it up. Wormwood. Thought I looked up wormwood. What is wormwood? What is wormwood in the Bible? Symbolizes bitterness, suffering, and God's judgment. Bitterness, suffering, God's judgment. And it's a two-edged sword, which is interesting. Is that at once it kind of, like, two edges does two things. One, it may make you feel better, feel good for the moment, but at the same time, bitterness and what was the other word? Bitterness and suffering and God's judgment comes from it too. So yes, you're feeling good for a moment, but you have this internal judgment from God that comes from it and stuff like that. So you got to men, you got to keep this women too, I guess. Um, the intention is young man, my son. So he's talking to young men. There are women out there that are out to get you for physical pleasure. One, they want the physical pleasure. Two, they want to show you physical pleasure, and the physical pleasure is actually pleasurable. I just want to let you know that it is. It's sex is a God given thing that we have, specifically in marriage, but it still persists even outside of marriage because it's a physical act that could be removed from marriage, just for the sake of just having the physical act of feeling good, because it is a good feel. um, but it is supposed to be for in the confines of a dedicated, loyal, um, committed relationship of through marriage. But yeah, so yes, it whether you're in a marriage or not, sex will feel good. And so the bitter edged sword is that one feels good. It's great. It's like honey, smoother than oil. It's great. It's amazing sex. Haha. But at the same time, um, sorrow, bitterness, judgment of God. And her feet go down to death. So death is a thing. Death. I just pulled that. Death. Her steps follow the path of Sheol. She does not because like people who kind of just do this, yeah, you're going towards death. You're going to have a lot of bitterness. You're going to have a lot of. It will go well with you. It will not go well with you. Okay, so that if you want to go to path of death, go ahead and follow through with your temptations and all that kind of stuff. The temptation is real. It's not. It's going to always be there. The temptation, physical temptation, is always there. So be careful out there, my brothers, of women, and yourself, your own temptations and stuff like that. That's some ways in which Satan will get you, is through physical attractiveness and sex and all that stuff. And the thing is, her ways. I'm going to put this in the purple, and she does not know it. So so the description of this woman is that she's using seductive language, seductive words to go ahead and entice men for this act of physical fulfillment. And what it does is she is wandering, and that's the path of Sheol, and she does not even know it. I guess if you do the contrast, is the path of life is straight and logical, looking at your path forward, stepping forward always. But when you're following this woman, your path starts to wander away and distract you away from the true path that you're supposed to be in, which is the path of life, which is, if you go back up here in the top, be attentive to wisdom, incline your ear to understanding, learning to keep discretion, and may you guard knowledge. Also, if you go back to previous Proverbs, there's talking about guarding your heart. And this forbidden woman takes your heart, squeezes it, and kind of destroys it, right? As we go back to the wormwood, which is bitterness, suffering, God's judgment, that comes back to that. That's pretty ridiculous. So yes, you'll feel good for the moment, and it's great. It's amazing. Sex is amazing physically, but the way it's supposed to be used is through a committed relationship, through marriage, where not only are you physically bonding, but you're spiritually and emotionally bonding to each other, which is the full effect of being in a committed relationship, in which God intended. And so, but yeah, sex is used, and you can see it in society right now with pornography and how men fall into pornography, whether you're a believer or not. It's rampant, and it's embedded in our culture. So that bitter woman is constantly being thrown in your face, smoother than oil, very honey, sweet looking and stuff like that. But it's gonna make you bitter. It's gonna, yeah, it's God's judgment and all that kind of stuff. It's the path of death, the path of Sheol. Um, I'm not advocating for not having sex at all. I'm advocating abstinence. waiting till marriage, and only with your marriage partner should you have sex. Um, but until then, follow the path. The thing is, you'll be following the path of life even within sex when you have it with your marriage partner in a committed relationship. That's part of the path. You deviate from the path if you stray from that. Okay. And it's an amazing thing when if you wait. If you didn't wait and it happened before Jesus is gracious and forgiving and stuff like that. You forgive, and you can still have um, a fulfilling life, even if you have done it outside of marriage and stuff like that. Just ask for forgiveness and stuff like that's fine. God still loves you, and you could come back to Him. That's a wonderful thing about Him, even if you did that. And you could also still have a fulfilling relationship if you messed up and everything like that. And I do believe that because in a sinful world, we do all kinds of sins, and that does not mean we can't come back to the Lord, ask for forgiveness, and try to be better people. Okay, but if you have did the act before marriage, yeah, just kind of commit yourself from here on out to ask for forgiveness, rejuvenate your heart, heal yourself of all that bitterness and the judgment and all kind of stuff. And from then on, wait till that moment. It's going to be hard because you know how it feels. And it's once you've tasted the honey, put on that oil, it feels good and you want to do it again. It's really hard. So go forward in the straight and narrow. Do your best to stay away from the forbidden woman. If you're a woman, the forbidden man, I guess, because men can do that too. Honey, lips, they're seductive too. Men, there's beautiful men out there too. So it goes both ways. Anyways, be wise, my brothers and sisters. Use discretion, gain your knowledge, guard your heart, all that, and do your best to keep on following the way, the path of life. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in.